This video feels so long overdue. We have had this guitar for the past year and we're just now making a video about it.
This is the Zager ZAD900E. It's one of Zager's top end models and it's actually one of their 50th anniversary models.
So Zager Guitars reached out to us about a year ago and asked us what guitar we would love to try out from them.
And we had actually been looking for a guitar similar to this, kind of like a big body dreadnought style guitar. We loved kind of this look as well, of this kind of like sunburst look. So particularly we had been looking at some Gibson models that are kind of similar to this or comparable to this, like Hummingbirds and J45s. And we were really interested in picking one of those up. We even went to Guitar Center and tried some out and stuff. And then Zager reached out to us, and this is very comparable to a lot of the models that we had been looking at. So we were really excited to get to try this one.
I would say this has become our favorite acoustic guitar in our entire collection. This guitar has become the guitar that we have taken on our travels that we're currently on, traveling around the United States, and what we want to use in pretty much all of our content because it does everything that you need it to do. The sound that comes out of it, the projection, it is absolutely beautiful, but also it's so comfortable to play.
Yeah, totally. And just to kind of drive the point home of what Michelle is saying, again, if you've been following along, we were traveling around the country full time right now, and we're just basically like fitting as much as we can into our 4Runner. We're just kind of doing it road trip style. So again, we're obviously pretty limited for how many guitars we can bring with us, which is a good problem to have, but when we were picking which guitars to bring along with us for our work, this was number one, no question, the one that was coming with us.
I think that speaks volumes about that guitar.
Yeah, seriously. Out of all the guitars, we have like probably almost 30 guitars,
Right.
and this was the one that was for sure coming with us. So the first thing, of course, that we got to talk about is how this guitar sounds. I've used it in the vast majority of my videos, and the main reason for that is because it sounds incredible. Man, like when you hear this thing in person, it just has this really big, beautiful resonant sound, but it's not like boomy. Sometimes you get a big guitar or a dreadnought that just kind of sounds like boomy, or the low end can be like drony. And this has that really good, well-rounded low end to it, but it also has really crispy highs, and then the mids are just right where I like them to be. The mids.
I feel like it doesn't leave anything left to be desired.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So the next thing that's really worth noting is how comfortable and easy to play a Zager guitar is, and this is a huge selling point for them. So they're always talking about how their guitars are easy to play guitars because of their string spacing, which is very interesting. Like looking at the fretboard of this guitar right now and seeing how the strings are spaced, you probably wouldn't notice much of a difference if you have larger fingers, which this is something that like usually a lot of dudes run into. This guitar is going to be so much more suited for you because that string spacing really helps. The body of this is just so comfortable. I never feel like I'm being stabbed by like the corner or an edge of this guitar. I always feel super comfortable playing it.
So like we said, this is one of Zager's top end models, but they actually have models kind of all up and down the price range for all different styles and playing types and different wood combinations, all of that. And again, all up and down the price range. So based on our experience with this specific guitar, this specific model, we would highly recommend Zager as a brand. We've been
100%.
so happy with this guitar specifically.
We'll make sure to drop a link down below to this guitar specifically so you can check it out. But we also do have promo codes for $100 off your purchase of any Zager guitar. We each have our own promo codes. I'll put both down below.
So this is kind of our review / 1 year impressions of the Zager ZAD900E. This is not a sponsored video. Zager did send us this guitar, but we haven't been like paid by them or anything like that. So this is our genuine 1 year full kind of trial impressions of this guitar.
So that being said, if you have any questions about the Zager ZAD900E, feel free to ask in the comments. And like I said, we have so many tutorials using this guitar. If you'd like some more demos, we'll definitely link some down below that you can check out. But thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Why is my mind just white space up there? This is gonna be our best guitar review ever.
Hope so. Why don't we just, if you're okay with it, why don't we just delete that and let's start over?
No, don't delete it. Don't delete it. You can start over, but do not delete that clip.